Hi there, welcome back. This is our first video after the last Temu haul one that we did. That wasn't sponsored, we just had a little bit of a shopping spree. We featured these beautiful 3 miniature pot moulds and I thought let's use these lovely mica powders from Arteza. Obviously you can use any brand you want, the colour you want, but we're gonna put them in these moulds and see how they turn out. Look at these tiny moulds. This is the square one. Now, just going to turn it inside out because do you remember these moulds, they feel a bit weird to me. Different kind of silicone, they're quite thick. They've got detail on the inside of the pot of the mould, which obviously is the outside when you demould, and on the lid. So going to use one of the mica powder colours. There we go. And just going to apply it with a dry bristled paintbrush to the surface. Now, I don't know what it was. It just seemed to attract it straight off the brush. Now this is a small brush. I do actually change the brush in a moment. This has been sped up because I did obviously take my time doing this. And as you can see, I am wearing gloves. These are my lovely purpley coloured gloves just to protect my hands because this mica powder goes everywhere. Just seems to attract to every single surface. So here we are. We've got the bigger brush now. It's a dry bristled paintbrush, just regular brush. Dip it in the mica pot, little pot of powder, and then you just literally just brush it onto the mould. Can you see? I mean, there's this beautiful golden colour. Very much a warm gold, not a pale or light gold. But it's got a glow to it as well, with that bit of sparkle. Bit of sparkle to it as well. Everything that we've used in today's video will be linked in the description box below with any discount codes should we have any. I don't think we do, but you know, if we do, they'll be there. So there we go. Just fully coated this mould, just turned it back inside out there. As you can see all that lovely sparkly mica powder all over my gloves. And now we're just going to do the same thing again with the lid part. Again, this has been sped up because yeah, I took my time a bit doing this. It had been a little while since I've done any videos due to sickness, poor health and what have you. So really enjoyed doing this. And it was a very nice one to do straight off the cuff, you know, after our shopping one. Now look at this beautiful, this is called Sage Glow. So it's got a bit of a colour shift to it. So it is white. But in certain lights, when the sunlight catches it or natural light catches it, it's got that tiny bit green tinge to it. You'll see what I mean soon. So here we go. Quite a lot on the brush there. Again, it's been sped up because, you know, I take my time doing this. Obviously, take your time doing it. Try not to do what I do and get it everywhere. But yeah. So again, turned it inside out. Can you see where it's coating that mould, pulling out all the detail? It looks it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm doing the very inside, that little bobble shaped bit of the mould. I'm doing that too. Can you see the little bit of a green glow to it there? I don't know if you saw that on the camera, but it's just got that little glow, almost like a pearl. Very much pearlescent, that one. And here we go. This is the final one. This one's called Bubble Bath Pink. Got teeth in. Bubble Bath Pink. And again, same process as with the other two. There we go. Just loading up my brush. Beautiful pink. Does remind me of ballet tutu dresses and ballet slippers. Very much so. Lovely, lovely, gorgeous, subtle pink colour. Obviously, you can do these in whatever colours you wish. Just turning it inside out a little bit there. Making sure I've got all the mica powder into all of that detail. Again, turning the main pot part of the mould inside out. And then just applying the powder, the mica powder, to the surface of it there. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. And I was amazed at the amount of detail that's actually on these pots, on the pot part of the pot, if that makes sense, the base part. I was amazed at how much detail there is. But these very much, I would say, in the theme of little pill box or keepsake box. Something if you want to put a special pair of earrings in. Maybe you've made the earrings or you've bought them and you want to gift them to somebody. Very nice. Nice alternative perhaps to just like a little cardboard box and wrapping paper. So that's all three of them all dusted. I've made up some resin. It is Tea Expert resin, 1:1 mixing ratio. It is clear. It's got a few little bubbles in it. I mean, obviously you can wait for the bubbles to disperse completely, or you can do what I'm doing. I'm pouring it from a height there, trying to make it a continual stream so we don't get as many bubbles or introduce as many bubbles when pouring it. And there we go. I mean, these pots are so small. They take, I think I made up 100 mils of resin and I didn't use it all. That's how, I mean, it's a small amount of resin. So just giving them a little squidge there, trying and a little pulling them open slightly, giving them a little squidge, trying to persuade any little bubbles that might have got stuck. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Still got tail end in my cough here and cold. Trying to persuade them to come up to disperse, come up to the top of the surface of it, and then obviously you can get rid of it. So I did that with that one. I also just did the same sort of thing with the lid part of the mould. Same thing here. Again, we're just filling them up. I do love this colour. It does remind me of real pearls. There we are. This is the round one. So you can see I've only partially filled the lid. That is because I do go in with a little micro brush and just go in and out like I'm doing here. There we go. I did do that with the other pot, this with the other pot as well. Just trying to persuade it into the little details that are in the lid part in particular, because I didn't want any gaps, didn't want any trapped air bubbles or anything like that, that obviously then you wouldn't find until after they've completely cured. So then you just refill it all the way to the top, which is what's happening there. Sorry about that. The shot not particularly great there. And then just around the inner part there with a micro brush, just making sure that I've not got any nasty little bubbles trapped, so that obviously when they do cure, they're lovely, they're exactly what you were expecting. And just doing the same with the base part of the pot. Yeah. Actually, I just had a thought, you could make these, they'd look lovely on a Christmas tree. Obviously you'd have to connect them or tie a ribbon, almost tie them up like a bow on a present with a ribbon, and then attach that to the Christmas tree. Now this, I think this might be my favourite one. I think it's the colour, again. I really think it's the colour. Beautiful bubble bath pink colour. I would call this ballet slipper, but I think we've also got one by Arteza called ballet slipper, which is a lot paler. So there we go. Ooh, a little bubble coming to the surface there, and another one. Now I did, after I was happy with these, I put them to one side and befueled it, and then I made sure that I did give them a good thorough spritzing with some isopropyl alcohol just to disperse any of the bubbles that were coming up to the surface. I did also babysit them a little bit, so every sort of 15-20 minutes I went back, I checked them, got rid of any bubbles that had come to the surface, and gave them another little spritz with some isopropyl alcohol. There we go, just topping that one up a bit more. These would look lovely all in silver, all in gold. If you've got metallic powders, we might well try that with these. Bronze and coppers and rose golds. You could also do them just with a bit of glitter. A little bit of glitter in the resin, or you could do them crystal clear resin, or even use your, your alcohol inks to dye the resin, but have it so it's still completely see-through, so not opaque. Again, nothing stopping you from doing opaque ones either. So this is the following day, and as you know me by now, I am impatient. I will try not to wait 24 hours because it just, the suspense gets to me. I'm too excited. So here we go. Yes, those of you eagle-eyed will have spotted a little hair on the outside of that mould. We'll ignore that and move on. So this is the first one. This is the little gold square one. It is cured. This is about 12 hours later. 12 to 14 hours later. Got some clean up to do. It's come out of the mould quite nicely. Yeah, unfortunately we have got some little bits missing from the corners. that is a user error. That's me, that's my fault. Oh, big bit missing there. So probably will have to redo the lid on this one. Spoiler alert, same thing on the pink. But we will reuse these lids for something else. But look at that detail. This is stunning. Beautiful, beautiful detail on the lids on these. Beautiful. But yes, we will rescue that and repair it and then decide what we're going to do with it. But yeah, so this is the pot. Oh my gosh, look at that. The glow to that is just stunning. Yeah, a little bit of clean up on the bottom there, but look at all that detail. It's picked it all out really, really well. And they would make lovely presents. Lovely. There we are. So that's the little gold square one. Look at that. Then with the lid on it. Beautiful. Oh, got a little something on it there. To get rid of that. So gorgeous. I mean, you could add some miniature. If you've got the real miniature seed pearls, you could maybe add a few of those just to bring a bit more detail to the lid, but that's totally up to you. Here's the white one again. This is the lid. We've got some little bits missing. You see, you can tell I'm a bit rusty at doing this. Oh dear, Laura. A little bit of a clean up there. Sorry, excuse me. But look at that. Gorgeous. Yeah, I think I'm going to find our small seed pearls and just embellish them a little bit more on the lids. You won't see them having had that treatment done in this video though, because this is future Laura speaking to you and not Laura when I was doing this. But this, look at this detail. It really, they are beautiful. Considering they're not my favourite moulds, and that's because of the silicone that they've used. I don't like the feel to the touch or whatever, but and the lids do fit really well to the bases of these pots as well. That's another thing. They do just fit on there. It's not an airtight seal or anything like that. That's what this pot is supposed to be for. But they are gorgeous. Oh, and look, here's the pink, my favourite. Oh, prepare to be a bit disappointed. But here we go, all the same. Look at that massive piece that's missing. That is quite the disappointment. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Never mind. This one, I would say, not repairable or fixable. Yeah. Unfortunately, this one's quite visible, but look at that. It's beautiful. A lot of detail on the lid, a lot of detail on the lid on that one. And here we go. This is the base. What you could actually do with that one, what we might do is just sand down the back completely flat. Make a feature of where that, depending on, to check where that chunk's missing from. And then maybe make it so that we put a bail through it and have it as a pendant. But look at that. I mean, if only there wasn't a big chunk missing from the lid. That is stunning. Oh dear, I'll have to keep that for myself. But I really enjoyed making these. It was a great video to finish with. And here we go. We're just doing a little flyby of them up close and personal. The detail in the mould is exceptional considering these moulds are miniature moulds. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was very much one for me for getting back into the swing of things again. We will remake the two lids and these will be appearing on our website at some point. And if not, maybe for sale at one of the craft fairs that we are going to be going to hopefully at some point in the new year. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, liking, sharing and subscribing and joining us on our crafting journey. We're almost at 4,000 watch hours. Thanks again to everybody involved from all of us here at Lottie Jasmine Designs. Thank you. Bye-bye.